新年快乐，恭喜发财. I've just wished you a Happy New Year in Mandarin and Cantonese, because today is Spring Festival Day. Yes, it's, or as some people call it, the Lunar New Year, or even Chinese New Year, because this is, in fact, the day that we begin the year of the rabbit. Not the cat Bob, the rabbit. There's a Bob here. Yes. That's why I'm wearing this bright red shirt, because red is the color that is traditionally worn on this day. Not only because it's a bright, happy, celebratory color, but also it is good fortune, you see. Red is a color that wards off any evil spirits. As all of us Halloween Horror Nights fanatics know, evil spirits are known to lurk sometimes, and especially on this day, this will ward them off for the whole damn coming year. So if you wear your red today, you'll be good to go for a whole year. Excellent. Yes. In fact, in China, on this day, and actually for the whole Spring Festival period, they'll wear red. And sometimes, of course, you can't wear something red because you work and you have to wear a uniform or something. So what they do is they wear red underwear and red socks underneath their other clothes. That way they're still wearing red, so they can have that good fortune for the whole year. So put on your red and you'll be fine. Now, some of you may actually have been born in the year of the rabbit, and you should be wearing red not just now but throughout the whole year. You know why? Because you see, for some reason those nasty evil spirits, they want to mess with anyone who's born the year that the new year is. The whole time that you are in the year of your animal, the year of your animal that you were born in. So you're more vulnerable to misfortune and adversity throughout the entire year. So get some red underwear and put them on if you turn 12 or 24 or 36 or 48 or 60 or 84 or 96 years old this year. I don't think there's anyone who lives quite so long to be 144 years old. If you're that old, who cares if you have adversity? You're lucky to even be alive, so you must be doing something right. So hey, but put your red on if you have that birthday coming up in the next year, and you'll be fine to wear that all year round. As for myself, I was born in the year of the tiger, which just ended, so I can wear red now. Yes, I've been wearing my red all year round, and now I'll be able to take my red off and enjoy it once the Spring Festival season ends, and I'll be good. Another thing they say is that you should not get a haircut for the next, say about, say a couple months, 6 weeks. Because they believe that if you cut your hair during the beginning of the new year, it's like cutting your life short and you may die. Now, of course, these are all silly superstitions, but, you know, there's over 1 billion Chinese, so they might know something. And besides that, they're doing something right, because they're kicking our butts economically right now, so who am I to disparage their belief system? Anyway, enough of that holiday. It is the biggest holiday in China. It's like Christmas. There goes a bobcat. It's like Christmas for them. It's just the huge, biggest, the most important holiday of the year. So have fun for the Chinese New Year today. Shoot some fireworks. Eat some noodles. Have some special fish. Because fish is good luck, because the word for fish sounds like the word for good fortune in Chinese. I think it's like yu or something like that. I forget how to say it. But anyway, it's a good fortune to have a fish that's looking up at you, its head pointing up, its tail, all bright red sauce all over it. Good thing to eat today if you want to go to a Chinese restaurant, have some fish, and celebrate the year. Okay, enough of that. Now, to continue with my Halloween Night history for the events of 2005 in Halloween Horror Nights 15 Tales of Terror. Yes, so the storyteller was brought in from marketing, from promotional marketing, and foisted upon us and upon arts and design, and was to appear in all television commercials, print advertisements, and billboards, all of which A&D has no power over anyway. They don't film the commercials, they don't make the billboards, they don't design the advertisements for the newspapers and such. But they do have some power over one promotional device. Yes, the Halloween Horror Nights website. And as I have intimated in previous videos, this website for Halloween Horror Nights had become more elaborate and sophisticated with each year. Now, also, we know that by this time, the people in arts and design began to realize that they had some highly devoted fans. In addition to the average attendee of the event, there were some people whose devotion to Halloween Horror Nights, let's just say, borders on obsessive fanaticism. So they began to realize these people existed, and that indeed they began to, and years shortly before this, they began to find each other through the wonderful social network of internet online fan communities, such as the Yahoo group Chainsaw Wolf, and fan forums like Haunt Freaks and HHN HQ. And they realized these people existed and began to read their postings, and they even rewarded their devotion in 2004, if you recall, by spray painting their names, their screen names, up in the Scare Zone Fright Yard at Halloween Horror Nights 14. So yes, they were becoming more increasingly aware that they were out there. These mutant freaks existed who, and or to put it another way, us. Because after all, if you're watching this now, you are a member of the online Halloween Horror Nights fan community. Unless, of course, you just stumbled across this video, in which case you are now one of us. That's right. Gooble gobble, one of us, one of us. There, you little innocent virgin, you are now a freak too. Ha! You will never escape it now. Go register at HHN and HHN Rumors. You're trapped. Ha ha. Alrighty, now. So they were aware of this, and they realized that whereas the average person who doesn't even think about Halloween Horror Nights will be sitting in his living room, you know, eating pizza and drinking beer, watching some program on TV in October, and suddenly up comes a TV commercial for Halloween Horror. It says, hey, Joan, let's go to that Universal Halloween thing. That might be a lot of fun. You know, or you're driving in your car and see a billboard as you pass. Oh, look, they're having something at Universal for Halloween. Let's do that. That might be a gas. You know, the average schlub who will, you know, not even think about Halloween Horror Nights until they see something like that, and they'll go to the park to see it. Yeah, that us, the devoted insane fan, we already know. We don't need a commercial on television to tell us that it's going to go on. No. We're the people who tune into the internet and try to find information about Halloween Horror Nights. Oh, not just weeks, but months in advance. We're the ones who are going to be on that website. So they realized the website, that should be tuned not just to the general public, but specifically toward those weirdos, these twisted madmen and mad women who make up this community of devoted fans. And so they decided, let's do something for them. and let's really, really hook them this year. And so that year, the website began well in advance of September. I'm pretty certain that the preceding websites from 2004, 2003 kind of showed up pretty much full-blown around September or so. I may be wrong, but I think that was the case. But this year, it popped up well earlier than that. And they started teasing in the most delightful way with the most intricate, brilliant website they had ever created, which really raised the level of the Halloween Horror Nights website to a true art form. And that year, then, when suddenly the old HHN14 website was gone and replaced with something very, very mysterious. There was just a screen that had a picture of a chair and a little table and a bookcase with shelves, and there was a mirror on the wall, and it looked like some fairly nice furniture that may be kind of old-fashioned or antique or something. Like somebody would be sitting in that chair is what I assumed, you know. It's what you think, oh, someone's going to show up in that chair, someone terrible and scary. Who will it be? And there's that little table, what's going to be on that table? And there's shelves, there's a couple of books, but they're mainly empty. And there's nothing clickable, nothing yet. It's all intriguing. It's a little teaser. What does this mean? What is it going to be? And we're wondering, what is this strange little room? What does it signify? This little parlor in someone's house. And what's that mirror? What does it mean? Well, then a couple of weeks later, things started to appear on the screen. Suddenly there was a storm outside, and flashes of lightning, and a strange face appears in the mirror for a second. It was, who was that? What was that? But more interestingly, there's something on one of the shelves. And I'm pretty sure the first thing that appeared on that shelf was a skull. A human skull with strange things drawn on it. And when you went to that, you could click on it. And when you clicked on it, suddenly you found the new screen where it showed the skull, now clearly seen, with strange runic inscription written all over it. What does that mean? And there's a map with symbols, mysterious symbols on the map, but nothing written on it. What does it signify? What do those symbols mean? Where is this supposed to be? And then, of course, you click on the skull and you hear something. There's a narration, something about blood and bone underground and Gorewood Forest. It's very mysterious, and you don't know what the hell that is. And you say, whatever this is, it's very interesting, more intricate and involved than anything we've ever seen for Halloween Horror Nights before. And it gets you really excited, and you don't know what this signifies. Where is this map supposed to be? Is this supposed to be in the park? It doesn't really look like a place in the park. What is it? Of slowly, tantalizingly, bit by bit, new items would appear on those shelves over the next several weeks, one at a time, draw out. Oh, increasing your anticipation and your frustration when you go every day and nothing's changed, and you go every day and nothing's changed, and so there's something new, and you click on that. And so other items began to appear, a sort of gong hanging, you know, like a little, or a chime, I guess is what they originally called it, but you didn't know what it was. It was a funny kind of yin-yang, one side dark, one side light, and then you went to another map, and you heard something about the hollows when you clicked on, and you heard an audio thing, and you would clip, there was a weird, there was a goblet, and there was a knife or sword or blade, and then a strange little object that sort of looked like a drum, but apparently turned out to be a cup that was made out of human bones, where the top of a skull was used as the drinking vessel, a sort of ritual cup of some sort. And each one took you to a different map. Again, you couldn't quite figure out where or what the place were. There was no words on it, but you would hear something about some, you know, some place, and different words started coming. Something about dragons and forges, something about a queen, something about iron and bone. What did this mean? It was so exciting at this time. You're all sorts, and of course on the various forums there was all sorts of speculation going on. I was not yet a member of the forum, so I wasn't quite sure. I had lurked a bit on HHN HQ, but then that went down. Oh dear. Haunt Freaks was gone. I was not going to go on Chainsaw Wolf, but right around, it wasn't really until a little bit later that year that Chainsaw HHN HQ sort of mutated into a new sort of reborn, like a phoenix, came back as HHN Vault. But we'll get to that later. We've now come to the end of this video.